So this is Arrabella from Arabella's Heart for Book Arts. I made some changes to my camera, so I was really getting a little bit annoyed by the legs that got in the way, and I had the idea that nobody could really see what I was doing, and my book was in between. And so I made some changes, and I hope yeah, I'm really happy about this way that I am filming today. So I did work on it some more, and also I put in all the pages that I wanted to. So this is just about where we left off, I think. So I put on this together with you, my mom, and then a pocket. And what I did also write onto my screen in the last video is that you can also cut away the front of the pocket so that you reduce some bulk of that bulk. So I don't know yet what I'm going to do on the inside, but I did think about some embellishment ideas. So this is a pocket, and I'm going to do something about that white on the inside and by the pockets. This I would really dress up, perhaps put some pictures, or yeah, something like that. And here I did do that idea. I cut only the front off, and I do like this, that you can see this cascading like thing. So this I left like this, but I am going to make sort of a tux out of this. And here I put something in between so that you can see. This is not in my shop yet, but it is sort of a envelope, bigger envelope for a Happy Mail, to put Happy Mail in. Because these pockets, yeah, I made it not with this one, but the smaller one from my small pocket folder mini journal. The small pockets all fit into this size, so I am really also working on some new stuff and making some new listings as we speak. So this I am sticking down like tucks, and this will be yeah, a pocket. So just as I showed, you can put something in between, and it could be something with a flap so that you can easily pull it out. That was also my idea. That's why I put an envelope. And here is the back side, and I did tear a little piece of it because I was trying to yeah, because I stuck down 3 cardstocks. This inside, yeah, it went, how do you call that? It's cracked, not cracked, but it, I can't remember the word. It wrinkled, yeah, that's the word. It wrinkled, so didn't get a good night's sleep, so my words are really difficult. So I cut already and inked these pockets out, so I could do this so you can't see the wrinkles. And I also still have this, and this looks like lace, but it is actually plastic, so just like plastic doilies. And I also have one of those, if I can reach. I can reach it from here. No, I can't. I think I can't. Let me see. No. pictured from here, but I also have a doily, and you can also print and ink with this, so I will show you in a different tutorial. But what I also wanted to show you, and I forgot to put something for that over here, is how you can make a binding like this. So I did promise to show you that. So let me see if I have something to do. I don't think I ever showed you this. Just a minute. This is my stash journal, and I made this out of 12 large envelopes. Oh, and I also put some paper in it. I see this is 4x4, I think, or 6x6. And yeah, so here I put in all my stash and things I want to use. Like, oh, I could use this. You see, this is crocheted lace, and I did make sort of a tag from this with it. So from yeah, what you normally would discard this, I want to try and use. This is a label, also a sticker, so I can print over it or paint on it. And some of them I put a slit, and here is a sort of a template, I see, from cardboard, cardstock. And also a planner, so this is from Flow. And I put some grit paper in it. This is also really cute. And it's really old. So this is a drawing I did from a girl. I have these, I used to be a hairdresser before I was a, yeah, I don't know how you call that in English. My profession, really, if I'm honest. But I helped people who had psychiatric, yeah, who needed help, and I helped people like that who needed help. So I don't know how you call that. I will put it up on the screen. I will look it up. So yeah, I don't know why I started to tell you. I lost my train of thought, but at least I wanted to tell you, yeah, because I told you I was a hairdresser, and I have all these hairdressers journals still, or magazines, I mean. So with all these hairdresser magazines, I saw this lady, and she was a little bit of an Asian girl, but it turned out to be more like a European or American, or what do you, not really Asian. So I didn't do that on purpose, but it just came out like this. So yeah, I really like this drawing so much that I cut it out and then stuck it onto this. This I made from paper I got from my sister Karin, and she gave this all to me. This is all from Flow, and I like this paper a lot. You see, this looks a little bit like how do you call that? Jeans or something. Jeans fabric. So this is my journal. I want to, if I want to embellish. Oh, look at this. This is really old. I forgot about this. This is from my. I don't know if you know that video, but I have an oddly wowly crazy shaped art junk journal, and this is a mini version of that. So just cut my gel prints out, and that gave it a really old shape. And with this I didn't do yeah, this is not done. This is just paper I put together with ad paper also, so I don't know why. And this is also a gel print that I made into digital. This is really old. I forgot about that. So because this book is one of the first books I did create, so I'm really curious what I got in it, but I want to look something up if I have something a little bit more vintage. This is really something I like, because this is not attached, you see, so I can use this ledger, for instance, to back something up, or that's why I did it like this, so with the string like this, so the twine binding. I first saw that with Ephemeris Vintage Garden, so that's why I saw it first. So here are the, yeah, also the page. That's why I didn't use it, because this is a to-do list, and I could use this, of course, but I'm just saving it to pull out to use. Ah, this is also a drawing I made. It's really a long time ago, but I altered it. This was with ink, with, I don't know how you call that in English, Oost Indies ink. And I made a drawing at first with pencil, and then I made it digital, because I didn't have a scanner yet, so I took a picture of my drawing, and then I made it digital, and then I made it purple. So yeah, this is a close-up, because it is a whole vase with flowers. So this is a close-up. I like those flowers, you see. Yeah, I like this drawing. That's why I made it into digital, I think. Oh yeah, I have more of that ledger, and here is even for Easter something on it. It says jonge eendjes. That means young ducklings. I didn't draw that. That's from Flo. So, and what I'm doing now is just looking for if I can find something to embellish, and perhaps have a little bit more vintage, like, I'm sorry for the noise, vintage like papers. So, this is also a drawing I did. This is from my oldest daughter, Mayrali. She has really long hair, but yeah, this is also made into digital. So I have drawings of all my daughters. Oh, let's see, I have another one, but this one I'm leaving in. This one is with a fox. This is also really cute. And this is the end of my, yeah, I don't know, I saw a little bit of those papers in, I don't know where I left that. Oh, it's over here. I could use this, perhaps. No, not, yeah, perhaps this one, but I will think about that some more. So I will put this aside for now. I also made from an envelope. I see another one from an envelope, brown envelope or brown paper bag paper. Yeah, this is just these are pockets. I made also digital. This is all my own digital. So this is from fabric I have, and this is from a gel print. And here I put some fabric in between, and this is real lace from 1910 or something, 1900. So enough for the show and tell. Now So this is just the cover from my small one, and I want to show you how to do the binding. So I will cut this out. And now I also have enough room to do this. So I'm really happy about that. I have more room to wiggle this around. Let's do that more easy way, like this. And I'm lining it up with that edge, that colored edge. That's the thing that I have to line up. So I'm just cutting this out to show you the binding, how I did do that, because I did promise to show you. That is for the one who didn't do that binding, so it's for beginners, really. So I will get up to see if you can see the inches. Let me see, it's over here, so the inches are over here, so I'm going to push it a little bit over there. And what I did was, and I have to think about it some more, the edge you don't score, of course, because that is the edge, and then you will go half an inch. So this is half an inch, this is an inch from here to here, so I'm starting from right and I'm going to left. So this is half an inch all the way around, and then I will see, let me see if I'm correct. So half an inch, and then fold in the middle, and that goes up, and that those sides fold together and glue. Yeah, that's good. So it is half an inch. Half an inch. Let me see if I'm doing that correctly, because I also have a line there that was throwing me off a little bit. So it's all the way half an inch, and I will show you what that is in centimeters, because I don't know on the top of my head how much that is. I shifted a little bit, so you'll have to push it really hard to the edge. And now I left my finger there, so that's also not correct. Let me see if I can correct that. I can use this for another time. So now I have half an inch with all the, and then you see the ridges. And on centimeters, half an inch is 1 centimeter. So half an inch is just about 1 centimeter. It's 2 millimeters extra. So it's let me really look at it closely. Here, you can't score right on the centimeter. There is a hill. So that's strange. You can't score on the centimeter, on the even. So that's really strange. But if you, and I also missed one. These ones I did do correctly, but I see I missed a few in the beginning. So let me see if I can correct that. So if you do it like this, you can, on the black line, you can go down and score. But if you're on the centimeter side, you can't do that, because there's no thing. If I see it correctly, if I'm going like this, you are on a hill, so on a bump. So you can't do it. That's really weird. Let me see if I did that correctly. Yeah, I just missed one, so because I was debating if I did it right away, I think, so I forgot one. So now they're all. And what you do next is fold. So fold and score. This fold and score. And then fold and score. Again, fold and score, and then you do that. You can see how many you will get and try it out for yourself, what you think about this. If you want larger hinges, because if you stick one of these back to back together, this creates a hinge like this. So if you would like a bigger one, you could do half an inch. You could do inch, half an inch, and then make the half an inch a gusset. That's what they call a gusset. So you have an inch, you have a space in between, and the space in between, that's what they call a gusset. So that's also a way to do it, like this. And then you will have this, and this line, this space in between, that's what they call a gusset. So then you can stick this together, and I just made a mess. So this you can stick together on the other side, and then you will have two hinges, and then you will go as far as you want to go. You can also make everything like this, so like sort of an accordion. So you go up, down, up, down, up, down, without a gusset in between, without the space, and then just put them all together like this. That is also a possibility. And this you can do if you don't have to have a lot of space in between. So you have pages that, for instance, doesn't acquire a lot of bulk, a lot of things to put in pockets, or no interactive pages or something like that. So that is what I learned from Kathy Orta King. So I followed a lot of tutorials just to yeah, I want to learn every binding there is available, also Japanese style binding, and I also have what I started with was the Coptic stitch. That's the binding I started with. So, but now I want to expand my things that I can do, and then also change the way my books look. And that's also one thing I like to do, is to change it up and just try something new. So if you do it like this, I will also show you another way perhaps, but in another video. If you do it like this, you have options, how much room, what I showed you. So you can make this be the flap, for instance, the last fold, and you leave it so you can stick something on the page, and then you make a heel like this, and that will become your hinge. And then you leave a little bit of room and make another hinge, and then the space in between, this is a gusset. So this is how that will look like this. And then you will have to stick this down with glue like this. That's how it will look like this. So But if you want up, down, up, down, up, down, just like a sort of a zigzag, or how do you call that? I just told you, but I forgot already. You could also do it like this, without a space in between. And then you will have something like this, without space in between. And that's also possible to do. And that you can do if you don't have a lot of things to put on, if you have heavy ones. Oh, and I told you a little bit, if you would stick this down and make here, I could also leave this open and leave this closed, of course. And then what you can do is put this like this, and then you also have a new way. Yeah, this is not a new way, but I never showed it. so like this, and then you also have a way to do that. And you could open this up, like I told you in the last video. Just cut a small slither, and then you can put some things like this in and out, then pull something in and out. That's also possible. So now I explained how you can do this, and yeah, this I will use for another book, I think. I will really keep that. So now I really want to show you what my plan is, and also I'm going to use this, I think, but it was in a knot, so I don't know if I can use it on the edge of a page. It is the right size, I think, if I can see for a minute. Or on the edge of the book. It is the right size, but now it's really all crumbled up, so I don't think if I'm going to actually do that. If I stick it down really good, I could do it, but I think I'm going for this. I will use, but I think for the edges I want this, because this is more broad, and I want to, yeah, these wrinkles, I don't want to see those wrinkles actually. Also, what I wanted to show you all is that yeah, I did put a new one on, so this one is really difficult. You can see even the new one is having trouble bending, and has a few wrinkles. I will do it really softly. Yeah, I don't think I could get rid of that. A little bit like this, perhaps. Yeah, the other one cracked because I did put on some, yeah, sort of a faux Mod Podge. And yeah, that didn't work, so I thought I made it stronger. It was Mod Podge, but then another, yeah, sort of another brand. But no, that really didn't work. As soon as I went to bend it, and I let it dry, and then it cracked. So what I did was I cut a new piece out, and even if it's now doing that, I don't mind, because what happened, I really even didn't show you yet, is that even if I have, and I will get this out of there, if I really did put one too many, I think. The last one was really too much, if I'm honest, because then it went all the way to that side, if I'm making any sense. But I saw that if I'm closing the book, I'm just reaching, so I don't know why it's taking a little bit of trouble now, but yeah, I saw that I can reach the ends together, so this is what I will do, and that is my plan now, is to make it so that they just meet over here. I don't know if I'm explaining it well. And also this came a little bit undone, so I didn't use enough adhesive, I think. But I will leave it because I only use double-sided tape, and this is on the band, and that is why you have to stay away from the band always, from the hinge or the band or the fold. That's the right word, and that's why it's coming loose. And also I didn't use I always use with my binding, it doesn't matter what kind of binding I use, I always use double-sided tape and liquid adhesive, so, and I didn't do that now. And also even if I'm now pushing, I see a tiny bit of cracking going on, and here also. So that is why I'm also going to embellish a little bit more. So I'm putting this on the spine. This is my idea. What do you think? And my idea is not just fix all the problems, of course also that, but to make this one really vintage. So it's yeah, I did make the name Vintage Pocket Folder Journal, if I'm saying that correctly. Vintage Pocket Folder Journal, yes. So that is what the large one is called, and I really want to embellish this one in a vintage kind of way. So if I see a little bit of cracking here, that's not the case now, but I could also put some over here, and it only will make it look prettier, so that's okay. So that's not really I don't mind, so excuse me, I don't mind it at all. So I'm lining it up, and I'm cutting. This one is for the spine on this side, or, well, it's not really spine, but a fold. And this one I want to adhere over here, and I also found these leather bands, and I also found these, yeah, these are not brads but embellishment stickers. So I also wanted to use this vintage stickers, and they are upside down, or the other way around. I will show you. From Deco Time, and this is a Dutch. Oh no, yeah, it's on different languages. I don't know. But yeah, this is what it is, and it's an owl, and then you have all these different kinds of vintage yeah, stickers, and I will use this also. I think that will look really great. I could also use the inside thingy as a card. That's also what I thought, what I could do if I can get it out. Let me see. And now that I showed you everything that I want to do, yeah, I could use this. Why not use the word vintage, perhaps? Put a sticker over the word stickers, perhaps, or something else. Or just use this as an insert and then embellish it. And I could even use this. Why not? this is a good idea, I think, to use this one again for because yeah, it was on something like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to make this card into insert or something. Well, let me put this aside. And the leather band, yeah, I don't know exactly, because what I think I will use for the closure are these brads. Let me see, where did I put them? Put away the binding example. Yeah, I do have these brads and I want to use, yeah, what do you think? I have one with a clock, I have one with roses. These square ones would really look good also. You see? With that and the clock one. This is really the colors, but this would also look really great. This has script, sort of script with a rose. Yeah, these really are super cute. So, and I saved it just for this series, for this series, so to use. So I will have to yeah, put a brad here and here. But because it's, yeah, the binding is a little bit, I mean that fold is a little bit short. So I'm thinking of doing something differently, but I'm not really sure what. Perhaps put 2 brads here or 2 here, or would that be a little bit too much? What do you think? I think that would be a little bit too much. Perhaps I could use this and then wrap that around from up till down, and then pick one that I like the most. Also, yeah, it's called imitation. Oh, it's not real. Yeah, I always look out for fake things. Instead of real leather, I always want, yeah, fake leather. So I really like this thing also. This could really make a cute thingy, I think, to use. Okay, which color should I use? I could also go for the lighter one, but then it would perhaps fade away. Let me get one and then we can see it a little bit better, I think, if I'm putting it onto it. So like this. That would come up, that would be seen enough, I think. And now I also want to see a little bit of a darker one. The yellow one is too yellow, and this is black. Gray could work, and this could also work. So I want to see the darker one. Which one? This is also really, yeah, this is, I would go for this one. You know why? Because all the edges are a little bit dark. So, and this would pop. This would really pop. And also I could make sort of a combined thing, but that would make it a little bit too much. No. Okay, it could work, but I also want to see quickly the white one, if I like that one. Yeah, you could do this if you don't want the binding to be seen. You know what I mean? So this is really the same color as the lighter color of my cover. You see? So this is really the same sort of, yeah. Well, I will put it aside and give it some more thought. And I want to start with attaching, I think, this faux lace, and then think about it which way I want it to go. I think I want to it to go that way. And also what I have is this. This is from another one. This is from my small bucket folder mini, and I think that I want to use that for the inside and to obscure this. Perhaps also make it into a pocket, and perhaps also use another one of these on the inside like that. So this comes first and then this one, and I will ink that and then leave that open, so I will have to or adhere it really well to the cover and then leave this open, or I'm attaching it to the pocket and then do it like that. That could also work. It could work both ways, or adhere everything really and then don't make a pocket. That's also possible. So let's make some decisions. I also want to see how this would look. No, that wouldn't look really good. So perhaps something like this. As a tuck or something. Yeah, I could do something like this. And then I could put something behind it, or yeah, that is a possibility. But well, let me ink this first. I'm using Stazon Timber Brown Forever Solvent ink pad. That's what it says. So I really like this color. It's really dark, so also put a new spongy on. So yeah, I have a digital edge, so that's really a little bit lighter than the color that I'm using. So I am inking also the digitally inked edge. This is more dark brown, and what I did is more of a lighter brown. See the difference? This is the inked one and this is the digitally. You see also the white edge where I cut it, so yeah, that's different. It looks almost black in comparison, so but that's okay. I really like a dark edge around it, and I love that look. So now decide if I want this to be a pocket. I'm sorry about that. Let's close it up first, right? And decide what I will do is close this up, and this also will get a bend because I'm putting it over the binding, so this will get a bend as well. And then yeah, I don't know what I will do about this. I'm just adhering it. Yeah, I think I'm adhering it to the cover, and then I don't know if you can reach what will work better. Yeah, I think this will wear and tear a little bit more if I'm attaching it to the pocket. So well, I'm just doing that. So let me think. I have double-sided tape still, so I think I'm using that, and a little bit of glue as well. How much do I want to stick out? And that will also be over here with that pocket. So I could do that pocket underneath, I think then. Will that work? Then I would have to do the brads first. It will, yeah, I didn't think about that one. Then I could also do this above it. But I'm also doing one here. And how will that look? Will that look a little bit too busy? Let me see. This I will do like this. Yeah, that's too busy. I think I'm just letting it stick out a really tiny bit. And then it won't interfere, I think, with the binding. And the brad can go right through it. I could do the brad first. I think I'm doing the brads first because then I'm sticking this down in the pocket as well. So yeah, the brads first, that is a better choice to do that. So how will I do that? At least I'm getting my paper piercer. So that's what I'm doing first, because if I'm putting the pocket down and I'm doing the brad, that's you could rather do it the other way around. So I'm getting my paper piercer and then decide where I want the brads. Both. What I also can do is I have buttons. I could also do something with buttons. Yeah, I think I'm doing buttons, extra buttons, as an embellishment. I also have a few of those roses left. So, okay, I have a new idea. Yeah, I have buttons. I'll show you. I have these brown ones. This is a real vintage button. The one in the middle. This one. This is a real vintage one. This one I don't know. I just have it. But this I know. This is a real vintage one. I got that from my mom, I think. I forgot, but I know that this is real vintage. So I think I'm using that as well. I'm putting some buttons on the cover as an embellishment. Perhaps I will sew them on. That's also something I could do. Let me see. So where will I put the brads in? And I'm pushing it a little bit, but well, things are falling out. I know that I could make this worse, but I want this a little bit more together. So I'm keeping this together up until the edge, so I know I'm straight. Sometimes I'm going all over the place, but but I will keep it straight like this. I also see that I'm crooked here with my, but I forgot the piece, but well, okay. Where will I do this? I think I want it a little bit in the middle. So like here, oh, and over here, something like that. I don't want, yeah, and I leave a little bit of space so that I don't stress it too much, I think. It's a little bit too much. Let me see, just about here, I think. Not too close to the edge, so that it doesn't, yeah, rip or something, I don't know. So let me see if I did do that a little bit straight. I can't see it really, but a little bit. Like this, a little bit of improvisation. Yeah, this is quite just about straight. It's a little bit crooked, I think, but let me check it again. Like this. That's eyeballing with a ruler. Something new. Yeah, it's just about straight. I will leave it like this. Just a teensy bit. So. Okay, now I'm taking the cover with my fingers. I will keep it in between so that I'm not underneath where I'm poking it. I just keep it spread like this, and then with my thumb like this, and then push through. And also try to keep this clear underneath. A little bit of wiggling. Then I'm doing the other side, and I will try to do the same. So I'm getting all that like that, and then putting the paper piercer on the dot, and then push. A little bit of wiggling, not too much, and now I have a hole. And what you also can do is use this, and I have the 1/8 of an inch one, and I also have a bigger one. I don't know the size for this. So that is also a possibility to do. So, but because I'm using brads, the paper piercer is good enough. It will get more of a clean hole, so that is an advantage to have that. So what I also could do is use the, of course, the buttons for the closure. So I'm giving you an idea, but I don't have, yeah, I want to see how that looks, but I think I'm still using the brads. So that would look something like this. And because this is such a small fold, I would use a smaller one perhaps. I wouldn't like it, so, and then you can do the same as an envelope. So I would like that, but I think I want to use that for the cover. Let me see if I like it. Yeah, I like that. So something like this. That is going to be my cover idea, I think. So now I'm getting the brads. Which one? I'm just pulling the ones that I think would look best on here. This would also goes onto it. So these ones are more soft color. And I will try if I like this better. Yeah, I really like that a lot better. I don't know. It's a little bit more soft, I think. See? And it is a little bit directional, I think. So I'm turning that to this with the text on that side. It's also a little bit on the edge, but well, it's not so bad. And then the other one is a little bit the same. I also have a little bit of a green one. This is the one with the clock. Yeah, that really would look. This one also has a clock, I mean. Yeah, I'm going for the rose one. I think that would look really great, so why not? They all will look great. They all have colors that would work, so then it will look like this. Yeah, I'm thinking about this. This is a little bit more open because, yeah, if I show you how I intended this design, this flap goes all the way over, so that is a long piece in comparison with this small thingy, but well, I did it like this now, so I have two different looks, And then now we have this, and I will put this aside for a minute. I will put it in my little bowl over here, and I also have my small beads, so I can also do something with that as an embellishment or something like that. I don't know yet what I'm going to do, or if I'm even going to use that. So now I want to see if that string, if that will fit over the brads actually. So, and how much do I need from that? So I will take a piece. Also could use, I have more of those strips. I could also use this for closure. That is more, yeah, this has more strength, of course, because it's fabric. And I did like that with the other bindings. So I think I'm going for that perhaps, because this is really not that strong. I am afraid to pull on it. Yeah, so I'm doing this for a moment because I am afraid to break the brad. Pulling that away, and then thinking about this closure. I'm just wanting to have enough to make a bow. I hope you can still see me with the sun. I could put something for the sun so that you can see it a little bit better. Let me cut this a little bit better. And I also could ink this. Won't do that. I will divide it in the middle a little bit. A little more here. And perhaps I'm going to adhere this so that it's more strong. More strong for the closure. Yeah. Like this. Leave a little bit more over here, I think. Go around that like this. Yeah. And then leave this for a bow, and then you can close it up, I think, the best way, and also have a pretty bow on top, which is the embellishing at the same time. So that's what I like about these old raggedy like, and I will cut it a little bit shorter like this. Wait a minute. A little bit like this with a pointy point. Perhaps the bow is a little bit big also. I can make the bow a little bit smaller and see what if I want to cut a little bit more away. Like this. How well I want the bow to be. Like this, and then I have too much hair. How did that happen? Yeah, we'll cut that away. A little bit with a point. And then I'll make it so that the bow will stay a little bit down. I don't know, but I like that look.